Hello there, and welcome back to Metroid Dread. In the last video, we got the storm missiles, space jump, and finally the gravity suit. Three of my favorite items. The space jump's always nice, the gravity suit's so pretty and feels like such an enormous upgrade once you get it. And the storm missiles are really cool. I mentioned sort of briefly last time the Seeker missiles and Seeker launcher from the Prime games and Other M. So, like, it's not like the storm missiles are entirely new. They're not, like, unheard of in the series. But they're a cool implementation. It's the first time we've seen something like that in the 2D series. And I hope they come back. Honestly, I hope every new item from this game comes back in Metroid 6. There's a lot of stuff that I'm hoping for as far as an expansion of mechanics. But I hope, at the very least, new stuff from this game doesn't go away. Ooh, it's all icy. If we head to the left, we can see that these blocks are screw attack blocks. There was a missile cover over there. I didn't really acknowledge it before I hit it. Oh, the flash shift in particular is a move that I hope never leaves the 2D Metroid series. Another one of these things. I think this is only the second one we found. Once we step here, it'll break. I thought for a while that, for some reason, I misunderstood how this worked, and I thought that if you did that before getting the power... Oh my god, I'm messing up all the words. It's only been like 2 days since I recorded. I thought that if you did that before getting the missile tank, you wouldn't be able to get it. But that doesn't make any sense. There's a full refill thing. Sure, I'll take it. I don't need it. After a couple enemy kills, I'll be back to full anyway, but... Oh, love the animation, though. I will point this out. We can see an item over there. Item sphere. We have no way to see what it is. Ooh. Forget that you can still wall jump after getting the space jump. In Fusion, you can't. Actually... Wait, what? You can only wall jump the first time. After that... You can only wall jump if it's on the way up on your first jump. Otherwise, you'll space jump. That's really weird. Huh. It's fine. The space jump is easier to do in this game. Although, you can't mash with it. If you're on the way up, you can wall jump. That's why I'm able to do this. But if you're able to do a space jump, it'll do that instead. If you just mash, you'll fall. In Fusion, you can mash and sort of maintain height. But not here. If you press it on the way up, you can't press it again on the way down. Or at least, you have to wait a sec. If you just mash, you'll just fall straight down. I'm spending too much time on this. I love the aesthetic of the extreme cold areas. We haven't spent much time in them, obviously, so far. This is the first time we've been able to without taking damage. Oof. So taunting to see that there. There's a thing I want to do. Okay. I considered doing a thing, but I changed my mind. If we head down here, we'll see another Chozo soldier. This one has a shield. It'll block our attacks from the front if we use the beam. If we use missiles, it'll damage the shield. After a while, he'll do... Oh, not yet. We can do it soon. He'll smack the shield on the ground. We can counter it to break it immediately. The thing I was gonna do is... It's been a bit since I recorded the other segment, so now I'm not sure how I should do this exactly. Let's just go back to fighting. As always, you can just do super fast mashing if you're able to. That is the most efficient way. Now, I think he's the first one that's going to start shooting that goop. You want to just, like, move once he targets you. You just kind of get a feel for the timing on it. Ow. Hurting my arm by mashing too quickly. Once again, finish counter. Smack him down and destroy him. Okay, now I'm going to show the thing you can do. By the way, it is possible to get a Shine Spark hit on this Chozo Soldier as well. You just need to build it up in the hallway up top and then carry it down into the fight. Doing this entirely skips the first section of the fight, including the shield, rendering this fight no different from the earlier Chozo fights. So yeah, I was going to show that first, but I was like, that's a bad idea, because then we won't see the shield. Why would I do that? Oh, this dude's annoying. Oh, I didn't expect him to... Oh, he's not doing the thing. Sometimes, if you... Yeah, sometimes he'll do that, and after that he'll explode. And it'll shoot coldness in a circle around, blocked by platforms. It's really cool, actually. So with them, what you want to do is successfully counter the first time. Because usually they don't do it multiple times. Now I'm confused. We can head down this way. But, as you could have seen before, it's frozen, so we can't get around here. We can see a little glob, though. Those little fibers, tendrils there, that's part of a glob you can shoot to break. This is a grinding spot, I suppose, because you can both kill this thing and them with the fusion beam. And get infinite X-parasites. It's interesting to point out that I think the only way to get normal drops now are from robotic enemies and from countering enemies. Because otherwise, obviously, when you kill an enemy, it just turns into an X-parasite. Adam mentioned at the end of the last episode that we should expect all living organisms on the planet to have become X-parasites. These guys that dig in the ground, we've seen them before, but these ones now release poison. I think it's because they're a mixture of the ones that burrow in the ground and don't have that, and the poisonous glob-throwing guys. We saw one in Berenia. Not sure where else. I like to kill them because you build up speed boost. One, you can go over here, but there's not a reason to. Like, this room exists down here, but it doesn't really serve a purpose aside from letting you build up a Shine Spark here. And what I recommend doing is ball sparking to the right. We'll get this energy part, and go ahead and break all the way through here. There's speed booster blocks along here and in this little part. What you can do is build up a Shine Spark or speed boost and just slide under. But I just like to do this ball spark instead, all at once. Something else we can do is go through here. That was pretty cool. Go that whole distance. Grab a missile tank. I don't think that's breakable. No, it is, just not with something we have right now. As I mentioned, that's Power Bomb. We don't have Power Bombs yet. I'm trying not to be overly restrictive. Something cool you can do... I'll show it later. Question, though, is... I don't remember if I show it later. If I do, then it's going to be a little repetitive, because I probably still want to use that clip. But what you can do is build up a Shine Spark along this path. And then go up here and go across. It's useful for a specific glitch later that involves coming through here without the gravity suit. So it's very useful to be able to go through quickly. And obviously these early areas, not only are they icy, but they now have a bunch of new enemies. I actually want to head back to the... I can't. I cannot head back to the beginning. I wanted to space jump up into this spot, but I'll have to wait till it's not frozen anymore. A lot of doors are blocked in Frozen Arteria. They're marked on the map, which is very nice. I realized that I almost never use the minimap. Something that's weird is that these are breakable. That's a bomb block, and that's a missile block. I don't exactly know why those are. No, new nav conversation. It's always weird when a nav room we've been in before has new dialogue.
I have determined the reason for the planet's rapid cooling. Thermal energy is no longer being routed from Cataris. This area, Arteria, is located in the depths of the planet. Much of it will be frozen. Find a way to thaw any frozen doors and pools you encounter. The central control system you activated in Cataris is still operational. Some force must be physically blocking the routing of thermal energy. I suspect a powerful X is involved. You must annihilate it. Return here after solving the problem. The cooling has prevented you from exploring this area. There must be a vital ability hidden somewhere here.
Yeah, we did see it. His description of find a way to thaw frozen doors and pools feels a little weird, because it sounds like he means, like, as you go. But, I mean, that just might be me misinterpreting. Because obviously what he means is to do it... Oh, that was cool. Didn't even notice that they were trying to hit me. I was just sort of countering on instinct. Because they usually counter as soon as they see you, so it's not that much of a surprise. All the enemies they're finding are, like, modified versions. That's such a cool idea. But obviously, what Adam means is that's our overall objective. We can head up this way, but there's nothing to do. Actually, there is. I forget because of all my sequence breaking. Never come in here. Not even normally. I skipped this encounter, as we saw earlier. Missile tank in here, though. There's no other reason to come back in here, aside from it looking cool and it's frozen, which you don't normally see. But that's the door looks like frozen. I think we passed a frozen door or two, but I didn't point it out, so I might as well. Don't know why I'm doing like a slight accent. But the way we go is up here. You can also get this missile tank that we bypassed earlier. Didn't bypass it, we didn't have bombs to get it. This is interesting right here. This is the water that you can miss this later. That's weird to say that. Early on, you can skip this water section using the pseudo wave up here, obviously. And I have a clip relevant to that too. This right here, by the way, is a thing that I've mentioned earlier in the series. It's an interesting consequence of skipping the water section here at the beginning. If you do that, and then you enter the area where the water, now ice, would be, you die instantly. Which I think is very interesting and cool, and I often do it by accident, without thinking, because I forget about that. Because I always skip the water in my speedruns, and I just never remember that that's a thing. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that you die instantly if you go in there. All EMI doors are frozen, by the way. None will be accessible. We need to explore around them, which is interesting. It can be a little annoying. I realized we never came back here to do the areas that are heated. If I remember correctly, they are still heated. The security doors also are inactive. The sensor lock doors. I'm just checking to make sure there aren't any secrets we can easily get. And there are, actually. Yeah, well, no, I can't get in the EMI zone, so no, there's not. Yeah. I'm just trying to think when to do some of the revisiting, because I'm going to have a lot to do. Yeah, I'm just going to sort of beeline to the sort of progress. The thermal doors are also closed. So you're very much limited on where you can go. And you can see that that machine up there is no longer... What is this thing on the ground here? This little thing. I don't know, but there's no lava being routed up into that in Cataris. That door looks frozen. There's just ice hanging there, but it isn't. Obviously, if it were, we wouldn't be able to do anything. Oh, we can't access the rooms that were heated. I didn't even think of that. Damn, we're not going to be able to get much of anything we missed before. Obviously, with the space jump, you can just sort of go around real easy there. But as Adam said, our goal is just to head up to Cataris and find a solution to the frozenness of Cataris, Arteria. Shit. Oh, words are hard. The next boss, by the way, I'm not going to say when it's going to happen, but it's probably my favorite boss in the game, or it's up there at least. It's hard to say. I like all the bosses. I wonder how much of the boss rush mode I'll show. It'll be in the bonus video, but like the fights aren't that different. But I'll still show it. I'll do at least one run through. I don't know. Your path forward is even more guided in Cataris than in Arteria. Very limited where we can go, because we literally can't go anywhere except for like through this area. Oh, I didn't press the attack button. If we head up this way, we can go in here, but it's locked. It is frozen. Which means we gotta go through here and get this. Which normally this wouldn't be broken open. I did it earlier with a pseudo wave, and then didn't get the item for some reason. No, I'm literally entirely full. Why would I recharge? Oh, there's a gobbler. Strange, we've been through this door before. One thing we haven't done is gone through here. This is Experiment Z57. This is not technically the first time we've seen him, as we saw him being shocked by machinery in Dyren. I wasn't sure if he was alive or not. I'm still not sure if he was, because now he's possessed by an X-Parasite. I'm doing this fight without storm missiles, just to hopefully demonstrate all his attacks, because the fight goes much quicker with them. He'll do slashes like that, and what you want to do is dodge up and in the opposite direction. Later on, he'll do more than just the 2 slashes. At a certain point, he grabs, and he'll target you. It'll make a sound once he's about to attack. It's not too hard to dodge in time. And occasionally, he'll shoot a blast onto the wall like this, activate the fans, make us go across. If we touch that left wall, we'll take damage, as well as obviously hitting the blades. You just sort of dodge cautiously. Now there's a thing we can do, but I'm going to show that in a bit. You can take... Actually, I could have hit him a few times there. He'll do these laser attacks, so what I like to do is just shoot him and then flash shift over to the other side. Now he's going to do a 3rd slash up in the middle. You want to jump up and then get out of the way, because then he'll lower his face in the way. Oh, his arms do damage there too, so you want to jump just very briefly. When he does this, you want to get close and crouch. He'll do a counterable attack. They'll start a grab sequence. I'm just explaining everything a little too much, I think, but you can tell obviously that the goop from him is what's clogged the machinery here and cooled Arteria and Cataris. He looks a bit more evil than he did before. I don't remember what happens when you break his legs. He just can't do that anymore? Yeah, I guess. Oh, I'm low on health. Don't really want to die. This is a part I tend to get hit on sometimes, so this is a bit risky. Yeah, you want to be careful dodging with the space jump. It's easy to dodge too high and not have time to get out of the way. Now when you want to just jump over and then space jump. Is this gonna kill him? He's definitely close. Yeah! Yeah, it's a bummer. The Core X pops out and then falls in the lava and dies. So whatever ability it would have given us is gone. That is a huge bummer. Yeah, so that's the fight. Very fun. Samus shot that along the wall and broke these fans. So now we can just easily get around in here, but we can't go through here because it's closed. Now, I want to show that fight using storm missiles, because it goes much faster. And I should have saved right before the fight, but be right back with that. Alright, here we are back. Now I'm going to use storm missiles. Which are very powerful, as always. Okay. That was a great demonstration of that. But you can do much faster damage using them than with normal missiles. Obviously, I'm playing a bit more risky because of that. There's definitely smarter ways to, like, mix the two. But I think he might do the third slash already. No, not quite. And you can't do storm missiles in the grab sequence. He is still immune to normal shots, by the way. And this might not be super impressive as a demonstration because of this. Because this is no different. Come on, give me a better demo than that. Now he's gonna do the legs, which you can easily just do. Oh shit! I didn't expect that attack to happen so quickly, I guess. I wasn't paying attention. Might end up having to cut around here. I'm not trying to waste too much time on this. I just think it's cool to do this fight with storm missiles, and I think it's more fun. By the way, you don't have to be in aiming mode to charge up storm missiles. Obviously, you have to, like, get the aiming targets to happen to do more than just the first volley. Different targets will only be able to be targeted by different amounts. Oh, that's weird. Wait, say that. You can only have 3 targets put on him. Different enemies can be targeted by a different number of micro missiles. It's going better. Yeah, we're doing some good damage here now. I'm gonna go ahead and just not do the counter. Yeah, now he's gonna do the legs, and I can show this better. You can just target all 4 of them to break them immediately. Ooh, now he's doing this. Which means I can't target him for a while. There is another thing with this. I am aware of it, if anyone's worried that I'm not. I'm just trying to show things in a particular order here for some reason. Ignore me. Obviously, you'd want to do a better mixture of things here. This isn't, like, strategically superior. Holy shit, that's dangerous. I'm gonna be careful. Damn, shit. I promise this is a better way to do this fight. I'm gonna go ahead and just do, if I die again, I'll just cut through this. This is not going nearly as smoothly as I was hoping for. But I'm gonna go ahead and show the other thing as well. I already recorded a clip of it, but it's fine. It makes more sense to do here. And it'll make this fight, it's a better demonstration of how quickly you can do this fight. Because this fight actually has a quick kill, like Kraid. You can do it when he does the attack where he shoots the goo at the wall. And it's not clear if he's shooting like lasers, because it's interesting that it creates the damaging goo. Yeah, he does this attack a lot, which is nice because it's an easy attack to dodge, assuming you're paying some level of attention, and it's a good like time to do damage. Like now, I think he's more than half dead. Yeah, now he's doing the legs. Oh, so satisfying to just destroy all of them. Now for this. So the quick kill, you need to dodge through the first set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you can build up speed. Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, still worked though. You want to hit him with a Shine Spark, and that's the best opportunity to do that. You can either do it from the left or run forward and jump up to get him. Either way, a Shine Spark will immediately kill him. This cutscene is actually slightly different, I believe. I might compare, but whatever. So yeah, there we go. We beat the experiment. Experiment Z57, as I said before. I don't know why my notes got all messed up. So, the quick kill on the experiment. What you do is, after this moment during his laser attack, you charge up a speed boost, jump over the first volley from the ground, and then space jump over the second, continue running forward, build up a Shine Spark, and then release it straight up into the experiment. And he will go down instantly. That does a ridiculous amount of damage. I believe enough to one-shot him, although I'm not sure if he'll ever use that move without having been damaged prior, so it's a little hard to say that. You can also build up the Shine Spark and then jump over the things and attack from the left side. That also works if you time it right. But alright, so we have now fixed everything. The areas are open once more. We can't head up from here, but we can now head back. Our goal now, obviously, is to get back, not to Berenia. Why'd I come here? Our goal is obviously now to go back down to Arteria and get the item sphere we saw all the way over here. Now, you can go the long way around, but there is a better way to do it. If you happen to, say, explore through... I'm starting to speak a little too quickly. I'm getting excited about this. I'm not necessarily showing it as well as I can. By the way, the flame doesn't hurt you. I don't know if that's when you have the various suit or if it's specifically the gravity suit. It's probably the gravity suit. You're expected to have come in here earlier and noticed that you couldn't explore because the areas were heated. I'm also going to come through here just to get some items. But there's the thing we can now do here that we couldn't before. For one, we can get a few missile tanks. I'm trying to be a little bit more exploratory. Weird thing to say. And we've already been to the other side here. I think it is when you do that up there that this area is no longer filled with heat. Filled with heat. Ignore me. Jesus. But if you head over to the right here, there's a room with lava. And now that we have the gravity suit, we can just swim right through. I've always loved that the lava in this game kind of just looks like jello. We can break this and head up here. But, yeah, we need power bombs to get through this floor. We could go around, obviously, slide down from here. But I'm just gonna go ahead and take the teleporter. Teleportal, technically. It's purple, and yeah, it brings us right back to the item sphere. It is super convenient, and sometimes I forget about it, and end up going all the way back like an idiot. It is highly recommended to take this. It is a little weird, though, that we don't get a reward directly for beating the experiment. You have to head back and get it. It is fun, though. I like in games, specifically Metroid games, or Metroidvania, where you see where an item is and you have to pass it and come back for it. It does make it a bit more satisfying, although it can also be annoying depending on how it's executed. But we are right here. It looks like this wall would be breakable because of the like separation there, but it's not. No, I didn't mean to do that. You can get to this teleportal early using the pseudo wave. Specifically, it's the slide turnaround pseudo wave to break this from the other side. But the teleportal doesn't work. You have to come from Cataris to Arteria for it to work. Oh, so satisfying. Now we can grab this. Obviously, this is a pitfall block, by the way. So if you come all the way around, you'll end up coming in through here. Both ways are open to you, which is nice. But what's a little bit less nice is that they're not open to each other, because I can't go back this way. So the only way to get back to this area now is to go all the way around. So, like, that's a bit annoying. But screw attack acquired! Surround Samus with powerful energy during a spin jump, allowing her to damage enemies upon impact. It can destroy screw attack blocks and is effective against enemies that are cloaked in electrical energy. It's also just really powerful, like all the other games. There's a couple things we can get down here now that we have the screw attack. And, obviously, this is how we actually want to go back, because we want to return to Arenia. But, there's also a couple other things I want to show. Oh... No, I can get around. Yeah, this is probably not really worth it, but I want to do it. Oh! I'm wrong. I forgot that that's screw attack blocks. Now I can get around easily. Good to know. I don't know when I last saw that, but there's a few other things I want to show and point out. One is the screw attack is a phenomenal way to fight Askew, the Storm Missile boss. And before I show that, though, I'll just go ahead and mention that the screw attack is the best item to get with the camera lock glitch, I believe. Because the camera lock happens right here. No, sorry. Right here. It's right here. So what you can do is come all the way blind, which is crazy. Come all the way to the screw attack, because the cold areas also aren't cold, in addition to other things not being loaded. You can come get the screw attack right now. That is a hell of an ask, and I have never done it, but people have, and it's impressive. I was wrong, by the way. I mentioned the camera lock, the only way to exit it was to use an elevator. It's a shine spark. I just misremembered. Using a shine spark will end it. Of course, that means you have to get the shine spark before doing it, or get all the way to the shine spark speed booster to get it, which is also just crazy. I'm thinking about if I want to go back around and get items, because I didn't grab this. I should have. We have 62% of the items here. Nah, I just want to head forward. First, though, Askew. The substantially cooler way to beat Askew goes like this. Build up a Shine Spark, and you can substantially cut his health right at the beginning. And then, you just want to use the Screw Attack to destroy him, completely ignore his pattern, and just absolutely wreck him. The screw attack will also basically destroy the core X in like 3 hits. I thought about trying to use a speed boost or a shine spark on the core X, because I believe that does one-shot them, but there's not enough room in this room. No, you're disabled from doing it. Just like in the other room. So I was trying to do a shine spark against this Chozo soldier, because you can build up a shine spark in this room, but it doesn't work during the fight. I think there's some built-in exception that makes it impossible. Because, yeah, it's actually quite easy to build up, but not if he's in there. And it's kind of infuriating, actually. You can build up a shine spark in this room, but it doesn't work until the boss is dead. So weird. It's also weird to hear that sound for so long, because it plays while it's transitioning. Pretty crazy, right? Oh, it's so fast. I love that. And obviously, since we got screw attack, we can come get this. Quickly getting up there in missiles. We have 167. Oh, a thing I haven't mentioned yet. This game does have amiibo support. It only specifically supports, what, 3 amiibo? I can check. Metroid Dread, yeah, sorry, it only actually supports 2 amiibo. Any other amiibo will just give you energy or missiles. The Samus Dread amiibo, this one, will give you an extra energy tank, and the Emmy amiibo will give you an extra missile tank plus. I will be getting those, but after we get everything else. It's not like a huge transformative thing, but it is helpful. It's not allowed in like speed runs, I don't think, so I don't use it when I'm trying to be fast, but it is a cool little thing. The amiibo themselves are also cool, but they're also pretty expensive now.
Well done, Samus. You have stopped the planet from cooling. In addition, you have gained the screw attack ability. It will help you access previously unreachable places. You are far more combat ready than when you first arrived, but you are still not prepared to face Raven Beak. There is a very low probability of success in standing against him now.
True. He did seem really intimidating, and he's powerful. Although we haven't fought him since the very beginning. We have more than we did then, but I guess we'll trust Adam's assessment. There's also a couple other things I want to point out. I realize. I forgot. I don't know why. But, for one, it is possible to get the screw attack before you fight the experiment without using any major glitches. Ow. Rude. He's got so much health. I can just use screw attack, but yeah, so here's that. What you do is go in here, build up a shine spark, drop right here, and then ball spark straight up and to the left. And then mash the jump button to get through quickly. If you do that, then you can get into this area and continue to head left. And this is a thing that I didn't know about for a long time, but it is intentional. Left of this missile tank, you can bomb through several blocks to get through a tunnel. There's an entire path through here that's designed to allow you, by the way, you can head back up this way, an entire path through here that's designed to allow you to get to the screw attack in Frozen Arteria. Which is crazy and weird. Like, it's really nice that that's a thing, but I'm a little confused as to why they did it. Honestly. each time it looks like you hit a dead end, there's a block you can break either with missiles or bombs, or in this case, a glob, to break through and continue progress. And some are a little tricky, like that one. You can make it all the way around to here, break through here, and go straight into the screw attack room. You can also use the slide turnaround pseudo wave to use the grapple beam, break that block, but you can't access this teleportal from this side. It just doesn't work. And there we go, screw attack before experiment. Very cool. Screw attack within Frozen Arteria. Unfortunately, while this is cool, it's not actually that useful, because you still need to beat the experiment to end Frozen Arteria. With it frozen, we can get back here now, but we actually can't use the elevator. It's dead while Arteria is frozen, which means we have to go all the way back around in order to get back to the experiment. It's really inconvenient. And of course, you can even bring the screw attack into the fight against the experiment. But it is entirely useless. He is immune to the screw attack, and if you try to hit him, you'll take damage. So, the only reason to get it before fighting him is because it's cool. And it is undeniably cool. In addition, you can also skip the entirety of the Frozen Arteria segment, which is crazy, but it does require substantially more complex glitches. And here's that. Okay, so skipping Frozen Arteria is not for the faint of heart. It involves quite a bit of work. First, you want to head left after getting the space jump. Head through here. Go down and around. Break this glob, and that'll open the path back to the elevator that goes down to Dyron. From there, you head down. What you want to do is head down toward the yellow teleportal. So, like, immediately start heading to the right here. It's the same way you'd get to the grapple beam if you got it after getting the speed booster. From here, you want to head down this way, through here, and down to this door. And to be clear, I don't know that this is the best way. This is just the best way that I can think of. I haven't done this. This is only the second time I've ever done this. So, take my recommendations here with a grain of salt, and feel free to look up instructions, because I haven't. And that's kind of a problem, because I haven't done this yet. So for me, I'm actually going to head down and around. Yeah, since I haven't done that to open that path, I'm actually just going to head over through here and over. And then from this part, you want to quickly make it through the frozen area. The super cooled area, rather. And through this one, too. And then you can get into here. So up until this point, this doesn't involve any glitches, it's just kind of going out of your way. This is the part that requires glitches. By the way, if you don't have the diffusion beam for this part, then you have to use an underwater turnaround pseudo wave, which is a bit more difficult. Oh. Basically, the way to do the underwater turnaround pseudo wave is to push against the wall, and then crouch, turn around, hold R, and then shoot all at once, all in one smooth motion. I'll have a link to a video in the description that shows it off in more detail, but that's essentially what you need to know. You just kind of practice it, and eventually you get a feel for it. I haven't done it in ages, so I'm out of practice, but it's not actually that hard. And for this recording of it, I actually had to play through the entire game again to get back to this part without using the pseudo wave, which isn't like a big deal. Obviously, I've played this game a million times, but it added a lot of time to my recording because I did all this at once. So anyway, now that we're over here, we need to get up to this ledge, and we can do that with a water bomb jump, which isn't too bad. That doesn't help us right now, though. If we go in there, we will not be able to get over to the screw attack. And it'll be really annoying to get out, so I don't want to go in there right now. What you want to do is use the space jump. God, I did that so flawlessly. You use the space jump carefully to tread water over to this spot, and then repeatedly bonk your head on the corner there, and that'll let you slowly gain height for some reason. Once you do that, you can go over here. I'm trying to think about which way I want to go here. And I don't want to go this way. That's the way forward if it's frozen. Because it's not frozen, we can just go through here, use a water bomb jump, and get the screw attack without doing any of Frozen Arteria. And without getting the gravity suit, which I think is really cool. You can also do this without the space jump, and that'll just make it a little bit more annoying. It's really funny to get that from below. So after getting the screw attack, you might think you can just head left here and take this elevator to get back up to Berenia and go straight to the gravity suit. But you can't. Because there's a missile cover on the other side of this door, it will not open. So what we have to do, if I can build up a shine spark, that'd be great. Oh, yes. Okay. There are two ways to get back up out of the water there, because you can't just jump out and space jump. One way is to use a water bomb jump to gain enough height to get out of the water and space jump up. Because if you trigger this, then to get around, you need to do a water bomb jump here, which is harder. It's harder to get it and be able to use the space jump to get out, because you need to use a water bomb jump here, and then time a space jump to get out. It's really hard to get enough height I'm not even great at doing the water bomb jump. It always takes me a couple tries. Yes, Jesus Christ, it is so hard. But if you do that, then you can get around. And that is very hard to do, as you saw. It took me quite a number of tries there. The other way, the better way, that I had not thought to do until right now, is to build up the Shine Spark and Shine Spark out of there. It is tricky to time that Shine Spark. It's not too hard, but it's very tight timing. From here, we have the screw attack, and now we can just head out of here like normal. We could either... You can either, like... So as I pointed out earlier, the blue teleportal doesn't work from this side. So while we can get in there, that's not viable. Otherwise, you can either just progress through this cold area or drop through from above and go through. Either way, we just need to make progress through the extreme cold without dying. And if need be, we can grind on the enemies in this room. Oh, that was close. I'm actually going to grab those to refill. But then, that's it. We got the screw attack for free, and now it is actually impossible to trigger Frozen Arteria, I believe. Which means fighting the experiment is impossible in this file. And it also means one additional thing. It means that all navigation rooms are now broken. Because the system that's built into them to figure out like what text to show, what lines to do, doesn't know what to do if you do this. So from now on, no navigation rooms will ever lock you into them and force you to talk to Adam. In fact, you can't talk to Adam at all for the rest of the game. Which is great for speedrunners that do this. I don't have the Frozen Arteria skip in my route. I might add it if it is better. I'm not sure. But, because you just don't have to ever worry about that. It's a nice little bonus, basically. If you're curious what the fastest way to get back to the gravity suit after getting the screw attack is, I believe it's running through Arteria up to the grapple beam elevator, heading up to Dyron, and then over to the lower Berenia entrance, and from there, heading down and going the normal long way around to the gravity suit. If you happen to have been through the green teleportal and opened that door, then you can do that. It would just mean coming into the teleportal, opening the door, and then leaving again. And then doing the skip. Which is probably a good idea. But if you haven't done that, this is how you get there. There might be a better way. I'm not certain. That's just the best way I can think of. I should do more research. Somewhat relevant to getting back is a sick trick here that I haven't done before. I saw it in the D-Pad Gamers glitch video, and I'm trying to demonstrate it here. It's a way of getting up this corridor into this area again from down here. Basically build up a speed boost, come up to the top, morph ball, maintain that speed, and jump while in morph ball speed boost, and you can just follow it up, just like that. Very, very cool. You can also just go up this way normally, obviously. This is not like a super practical thing. It's just cool. There are a bunch of areas where you can use a morph ball speed boost to get around up these kind of tunnels. This is one example. And you can still build up a Shine Spark when you get to the other side. It's just a really cool thing. And then obviously, once you get the gravity suit after getting the screw attack, you can just head straight up. You can just head straight up without having to go anywhere. It very much streamlines this part right here. Thankfully, the green teleportal does work if you enter it from the reverse side first. I don't know why the blue one specifically is weird. What? Okay, I skipped Frozen Arteria, but it still triggered an Adam dialogue here. That's really weird. I guess because that's an Adam thing I triggered earlier? Because I guess I passed through this entire area without going to this network station. And so that freaked it out, I guess? I don't know, that was really weird. I thought skipping Frozen Arteria entirely broke the navigation rooms. But it appears that ones you've already triggered, just haven't entered, those still work. Yeah, I've always liked the Frozen Arteria skip. Always. I just learned about it like 6 months ago. It's cool. And the little glitches alongside it, like the weird space jump thing underwater. It's cool though, and I'm happy to have been able to demonstrate it. I couldn't remember how it worked, so I had to look it up again when I recorded that. The screw attack, by the way, does a lot of damage against the robot Chozo soldiers, but particularly in hard mode, it's not worth it to just run into them, because you still take damage. When the God mode glitch, the invincibility glitch was in the game, you could use that to immediately kill them. Apparently one-shot them, which is crazy. Ugh, I should probably be countering when I can, but it's fine, you don't really need to. There's an interesting secret right here, this little block, missile tank. Ooh, we're at 181. The maximum is a weird number. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. I can go ahead and check. It's not like it's hard for me to look it up. In my notes, that is. The maximum in Dread for energy tanks is 13. I mentioned that in Fusion. And the maximum... Oh, it's not as weird of a number as I thought it was. It's 285. That's with the amiibo for both of those. Otherwise, it'd be 12 and 275. So, yeah. Alright. Actually, this is a really good opportunity, now that we're back here, to go get this. I know I already showed this shortcut, but it has items that I haven't gotten. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Obviously, I don't really need to show it, but there's the energy part, and the energy, or the missile plus tank. Oh, it's a missile plus tank. I think I have it written as a missile tank plus in my other thing. Is there anything else we can easily grab around here? There's this. Because we can now get just... Why didn't I get this before? Oh, because I didn't have the gravity suit. Okay. There's a secret here, but why didn't you show it? You need power bombs for that one, too. Yeah, I think I'm just going to head back. What we want to do now is take the green teleportal to get back. This game's so conveniently laid out. Because now we're back here at the teleportal. We can get right back to Gavarin through this. And that sets us up to progress. Because we haven't explored up there in Gavarin yet. God, I'm curious. We're getting pretty close to the end here. I don't want to make this video too long. It's already going to be a little long. But I do think I want to do this next thing. Yeah, I got time. I figure I'll record about an hour of this, and then the other segments will make it a little longer than that. Although I got a little bit to cut, so I don't know. We still can't get that. And like I said before, we can't very easily get to here, because the secret missile thing is on this side, and the only way to get back here is from here. We gotta go back down this way, which I don't really want to do right now. Gotta have a lot to re-explore for. This missile tank's not relevant to that, but it is nice though to have the screw attack and space jump and gravity suit. Feels so much more powerful here. If you head up here and grab this missile tank finally, there is a way to get that early, but I'll cover that after we beat the next boss. I feel like I'm talking too much about like why and when I'll talk about certain things, which is just unnecessary information, because it'll happen as the episodes go. Talking about it beforehand, like some behind-the-scenes stuff is interesting, but it gets a bit much. A thing about the armors that I didn't mention is that they get more and more armored. There's more plates of armor and less exposed the sinewy material. The fusion suit stuff becomes less and less prominent. If you do a speed boost up here, by the way, and grab a nice little energy part. You can get here without the space jump, and if you do, then the way to get up there obviously is just to use bomb jumps. Let's do this. If we go in here, we can see that this is blocked. I actually want to go save real quick. Don't want to make the same mistake I made with the experiment, because this is a thing I'm going to want to show twice. Again, not trying to be too annoying with the behind-the-scenes stuff. It's just interesting, because I like thinking about how I'm going to do certain things. Pop down through here. There's a Musby. Interesting, we're locked into this room, so it's a little weird that it's something so easy to deal with. He turned into a Goliath. That's what these things are called. And by the way, we can kill it real quick with button mashing. And then it turns into... This is Golzuna! I think that's a really fun, like, multi-stage thing, where the Musby turns into a Goliath, and the Goliath turns into Golzuna. He has many different attacks. They involve, like, these sort of cross-shaped explosions. You can just go around him like that. With this, it'll do a bunch of attacks. You want to get to the other side. Basically, the fight involves going side to side for him. That's kind of the whole thing. There's a bunch of different ways to dodge the attack explosions here. And depending on what items you have, the fight can change. When he glows like that, you can just wait, slide underneath. I usually flash shift to go far enough to the left that he won't hit me. And that's about all there is to it. I think he did all of his attacks there. That went strangely smoothly. By the way, screw attack is good damage against the core X's, as you saw with the Askew fight. Cross bomb acquired! A powerful bomb whose blast extends in straight lines, horizontally, and vertically. While in morph ball form, hold R and press Y to set. I love these. They look different. They have a little star on them. And they do a little plus. Despite the icon on them being like a 5-pointed star, it's actually a cross. Oh my god. All my alarms going off. My alarm went off my old phone and my new phone. Need to turn that off. Oh my god, and I have other reminders going off too. Yes, I know it's trash night. God damn. But yeah, that's a fun fight. I've gotten quite good at it, as you can tell. That's another fight that is really fun with storm missiles. So I'm going to go ahead and show that too. This should go a little bit more smoothly than the experiment one did. I've done this fight, well, a similar number of times, but I'm better at it. Which is weird. I don't usually struggle against the experiment, but I kind of did here. You can kill the Musbies in a bunch of ways. The Musby and the Goliath. The ability to go around the Goliath with the space jump is really good. I like to get him in sort of a loop like this, where he just keeps spinning around. It's not necessarily the fastest way to kill him. You can use storm missiles on him, too. Oh, I love using storm missiles on him though. It's such good DPS. You can get 5 targets, and you can just immediately go back after his attacks. Like, I think he's already almost dead, by the way. Is this gonna be it? No, not quite. I think he's gonna be dead after this, though. Okay, I'll shut up. Obviously, the missiles still need a path to him. Yeah. And then against the Core X, he dies in one go. Now, in addition to that, there's a much cooler way to do that fight. It's not quite an insta-kill, a quick kill like with Kraid and the Experiment, but I like to call it the Shine Spark Shred. The first part of this is optional. I just think it's a nice bit of flair. Build up a Shine Spark, head down, kill the Musby with a Shine Spark, and then kill the Goliath with either a Shine Spark or just a well-timed speed boost. Then build another Shine Spark and use that to hit Golzuna's back, which takes out like half of his health. Maybe a little more, I'm not sure on the exact number. If you use the speed boost method, I recommend stopping and then building up another Shine Spark, because that gives you more time to actually use it on Golzuna. By the way, if your goal is to speedrun this fight, it's not faster to use the Shine Spark on the Musby than it is to just kill the Musby with shots. It's fun, though. Storm missiles, by the way, are incredibly effective against Golzuna. Even more effective, though, against Golzuna is doing both the Shine Spark Shred and Storm missiles. The combination of the two can absolutely wreck him. So yeah, well, again, a fight with a bunch of different ways to do it, and there's probably ways to do these fights that I don't even know. At least, like, slightly different ones. Obviously, like, I don't think I'm missing anything huge, although if I am, I would love to find out. Ugh. Using the crossbomb, you can cross gaps of pitfall blocks. Usually you just want to wait like a second. And it'll propel you over the space. But you don't want to go too fast or you'll fall before it explodes, obviously. Now that we have the screw attack, we can actually go straight up here, and that is where we want to go for progress. Once you break this, it's now open. These, by the way, are little grubs that grow into Musbies. Presumably now they're infected by the X-Parasites, but they react to our presence by hiding when we get close. It's very cool. So now that we have the crossbomb, I want to show how I get the space jump early. I mentioned it, but then I realized, oh, I use the crossbomb, so I don't want to show it until I get the crossbomb. Here's that. So like I said, there are 2 ways to get the space jump early, one of which is really hard, but a little faster if you pull it off in one try, I think. The other is way easier, so that's what I recommend. The harder way involves getting a pseudo wave to hit this enemy below the floor so that the diffusion beam from that shot will break the glob in the wall and let you go through. That is ridiculous, honestly. If you want to see it in action, you can either... actually, I recommend just looking up a tutorial on early space jump, diffusion beam, something like that. Or just look up early space jump, and that'll be one of the things you'll find. The way I recommend is just to use a Shine Spark, slide jump up, morph ball in midair, use a cross bomb, and then a ball spark or a Shine Spark to get up there. It's also possible to get up there using normal bombs and tricky wall jumps and just bomb jumping up there, but it's pretty difficult to get up before the blocks come back. So this is how I think this is a better way to do it. Just be careful not to use the Shine Spark too quickly, because otherwise you'll hit the block before it disappears and not make it through. You can also just like morph and then jump in morph ball form to lay the cross bomb, but I think the slide jump is easier. fair warning, though, getting the gravity suit without the space jump makes this area way harder. Because we can't just go straight up. So if you want to get up from here, what you should do is bomb jump. Which obviously requires some skill. I recommend clearing out those guys first, so they don't get in your way. Oh, like they almost did there. By the way, you can Shine Spark to get up here quickly. And that's actually what I recommend you do if you don't have the space jump. You should Shine Spark up. The more annoying part, though, is getting up here. The more annoying part is getting up through there. You can progress through Frozen Arteria as normal. And in fact, it's not really notably harder without the space jump until you get to the experiment fight. Fighting the experiment without the space jump is, for the most part, alright, but this specific attack is actually really hard to avoid without the space jump. You do need to use a bomb jump to get up in this spot, but it's not too bad. Oh, and this attack too. Without the screw attack, it's actually really hard to dodge the blades of energy, or plasma, or goop, whatever they are, without getting hit. Because you can just like tank a hit by wall jumping, but you'll take damage from touching the goop. I've beaten him before without the space jump, but it is hard. Yeah! I will say, though, fighting him without the space jump is really fun. Hard as it is, it's really fun. It's a really satisfying level of challenge, and it is very gratifying to succeed at it. In addition, it's possible to get the crossbomb early. And I recorded a segment of this, but I feel like I might as well just do it right now. You just build up a Shine Spark here, shoot that out, jump up, bomb, and Ball Spark. That'll carry you straight through here into this area. And then there's a couple different ways to get up to Golzuna. The most obvious is just Shine Spark up, and that's what I'm gonna do. But I just want to point out that it is possible to use the Ice Missile to freeze the enemies and get up there. I've never done it, and there's not really a reason to. But it is something you can do. You can go straight up here. You can get that missile tank and enter this area without needing the screw attack. Very useful. I usually get the crossbomb the first time I come here. Even casually, I think that's a good way to do it once you know how to do that. One of my favorite little sequence breaks. I apologize if that there was a little redundant, because I might actually include part of... You also want to break that. I might also include part of the clip I recorded before. I don't know. I still have hours of footage to go through. I've now shown most of it as of this part of the final video. When I edit this video, I'm going to be showing a bunch of things. Not all of that footage is... Most of that's not going to be used, obviously. A lot of it's just me getting from point to point, but I'm going to have to go through it to find all those things. Because I didn't always, like, start talking at those parts, so I can easily get to them. And there's certain clips that I think I want to show that I didn't mark in my notes, so it's a whole messy thing. Okay, this is just a random sort of little wrinkle that I didn't know about, or didn't think about either, until as I was recording the other segments for this video. I noticed this gap up here, which I only use that to get in here, but I realized you can use it to get back. So basically, if you come to Gavaran from the Dairen entrance, so you do the the tricky Shine Spark or the tricky Speed Boost thing, you can actually do a little more than I showed by just building up speed, running through, and then Shine Sparking up here. Or bomb jumping, I guess. That works just fine, too. But you can't actually do anything with that. You can get here, into the area below this thing, but there is nothing else you can do. As far as I know. Because that's blocked there. So you still can't, like, progress from this point. All you can do is grab the super missile, run around a little bit, and then you have to leave. Random little detail, but it gave me a mini heart attack. If you load from a nav room as a checkpoint, it has the bars of the save system up, and they go down as you leave, as if you had saved. That gave me a mini heart attack because I thought I had accidentally saved and screwed myself on a part where I needed to not save. But no, it just does that as a part of the reload animation, whether or not you did save when you were at it last. But now, this brings us to a new area. As you saw when it appeared on the map, Hanubia. This is the surface of the planet, which is why our ship is in this space. By the way, there's just 2 Emmy left, which is crazy that we made it that far. I saw you guys back there. There's some Chozo soldiers. The cracked thing here, but there's nothing we can do to it right now. So, yeah, I am kind of low. I'm down 106, so I'll take it. Once again, red ones recharge your missiles, purple ones recharge health, and the gold ones recharge both. Red's not just missiles, it also refills the other thing that we haven't gotten yet. Power bombs.
This area, Hanubia, is on the planet's surface. You finally made it, Samus. There is still a problem. Destroying the planet will eliminate the X-parasites, but Ravenbeak is unlikely to sit idly by as this happens. He will try to escape once he detects the danger. Ravenbeak's search for Metroid DNA poses a threat to the galaxy. He will never give up. The odds are still not in your favor, but you must end things here. I am searching for his location. Return here later for an update.
First time we've heard that, to return here later. I haven't mentioned it, but I love the save thing, the little spinny things. They just clip in and out of the ground, because I've never noticed that. The crossbow is very useful for clearing out lines of breakable blocks, as you probably noticed, because when I showed the shortcut down to get the gravity suit, I used the crossbomb. I just didn't think about the fact that I wouldn't have that yet. Screw attack is great for them, as well as everything. The screw attack is incredibly broken. We can get down here, but we can't break through this. Well, but, ugh, I didn't mean to fall back down. If we go through here, we can get a nice missile tank. I say that a lot, too. That's another thing I didn't expect to be a thing. I say, get ourselves a nice blah, blah, blah. I wonder where I get that from. Not that it's like that weird of a phrase, but I say it a lot. And it's interesting to notice the things that I say a lot here. If we come down here, obviously we can break this. But I think what I'd rather do is show how to break it with... Oh, I can't. Well, damn. As I was saying, I'm going to show this. If I can do it. Oh my god, I am actually struggling. There we go. Not that hard. Once you get used to the pseudo wave, you can do it pretty easily. These guys will grab you while you're in screw attack mode, and it's really fun to just destroy them. It's interesting, the proximity, like that broke that, and I thought it might, is why I was quiet. Oh my god, I'm so stupid, I can't. I knew I couldn't get back there. Why did I try to get the thing? Obviously I reset, so I haven't gotten the missile tank. I'm grabbing it again. Ugh, I'm so disorganized. So we're just progressing through here, obviously. We don't really have a clear goal now. Our goal is just to return to that nav room, and Adam will tell us something. We can head down here, but that's the only thing we can do in Hanubia. The door up and to the right in the nav room is blocked. So hopefully this will lead us somewhere. I might have bad news for you. It doesn't. Which is a little annoying because it feels like this should be the obvious way forward. But it's not. As you can see, blob on the wall. Too far away to hit with the diffusion beam. Real bummer. Because now we gotta head all the way back around. Because this is progress. Obviously, we only have 2 ME left. There's presumably one in Hanubia, but we can't go anywhere else. So our next obvious target is this one. So we gotta go all the way around, which isn't that bad. This is straight from Gavarin, right by the elevator to Hanubia. Shuttle, whatever. So yeah. See you back there. Well, I was gonna cut away or speed through. That feels a little unnecessary, right? Because it's not gonna take long to get back. Yeah, it's fine. The video is not gonna be any shorter because I'm deciding to do this, or any longer, really. Like I'm gonna find a good stopping point when we get to Ferenia. This is not affecting the amount of progress made in this video. And it's not extending it more than a tiny bit, so I think it's okay. It just feels like such a waste to fast forward. And sometimes I feel like I'm a little too eager to fast forward. But, I don't know, it's always hard to know what's the best way to do things. I like the destroyed stuff in this area. It's just so, like, disheveled? I don't know, that's not the word I'm looking for. Decayed? No, what is the word I'm thinking of? If it comes to me, I'll put it on the screen in editing. Derelict. Derelict is the word I was thinking of. I love the, like, elbow of the gravity suit, that little gap, the little metal bit, the shape of the shoulders. Obviously, the shoulders get bigger with each suit. The lines that now go all the way down on her suit. The green pops so well on the purple. Incredible suit. The way it glows when she's in the dark is incredible. You can stop saying the same things over and over again. Could use the speed boost, I guess. I'm trying to think. So this is the path we want, obviously. So we want to get... and just go this way. It's easy to, like, break all the way through and be like, okay, now what do I do? What I recommend doing is... I'll wait until the wall comes back. Shooting. Shooting to break your space screw attack. Actually, I can get that. I'm gonna get that first. Ugh. I might need to start doing better planning for my videos, like actually planning out what is gonna happen. But I usually record when I have not a lot of time to do so, so it's difficult to prepare. I would like to just get better at managing my schedule in general, but it's hard. And here we are, already at the shuttle. Maybe I will decide to skip that. Who knows? Depends on how I feel. It's interesting that we see the light blue teleportal there, because I guess we've seen it? Yeah, we have, but we haven't used it. It feels a little weird for it to be visible on the map. But I guess not, because then if you walk up to a puddle, you're like, oh, where does that connect? Have I seen that before? If you have, you can see. But I suppose that is better. God, I am tired. It is 9:16 p.m. on June 18th. I just came back from my parents' house for Father's Day. Ate cheeseburgers. It was very good. Stayed a bit longer than I expected to. And that's part of why I'm so tired. I always like to do this. You really don't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. That is the way forward. Thankfully, we've unlocked that door. Still can't get that. But we can now progress this way without being damaged. We could have technically come in here before, obviously. There's a recharge station up there, and there's a cool detail in the background here. That is the ship the Emmys came on. Presumably, like, I don't know why exactly it's a hologram of it, but that's that ship, which is a cool detail. We're now on the other side of this. Would have been nice to be able to get through this. Anyway, let's go. You go through here, cross bomb up, or cross bomb and then go up. You need, as you can see right there, you need the storm missiles to get through this area. I often get the storm missiles after the screw attack. I think I do in my speedrun route. I'm surprised it didn't hurt me. What? Oh, it is just one block, so I had to more fall or slide. So sometimes I forget and come here before getting the storm missiles, and that's annoying. What is here? Just a missile tank? Oh my god. Gotta do more speed things. It's fine, I love the speed booster stuff. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, though. I think what's best to do here is to do, like, that-ish? I don't know. Ooh, I forgot you go this far. Yeah, it's just for a missile tank. It's cool, though. It's some frozen water that'll never thaw. Because the only time you can thaw water is after frozen Arteria. How many... Let's see, how many energy tanks do we have now? 9, okay. Sorry, it took me a second. So we're only missing 3, aside from the amiibo one. These are screw attack blocks. Obviously breaking them all is a little inconvenient, but you can just get up here, wait for them to come back, and then shoot. I love just sweeping it across and getting them all at once. Very, very satisfying. As is just destroying enemies with a screw attack. Oh, why did I come here? Oh, there we go. Oh, we've now connected the areas, so I guess it's cool I did that. I'm doing a pretty good job countering, because I realize you can just react to it. I don't know if that's always true. If it's the smallest delay, I'm not sure that there's actually enough time for me to react. But generally, you can. It's not, like... It's not beyond my ability to react in time. I play Super Punch-Out. I don't know why I said Super Punch-Out. I'm not very good at Super Punch-Out. Yeah, I guess we're doing this too. I didn't really have... There's no real save room that's good. We're now locked in here, obviously. We can now only go forward to the central unit room. And in fact, we can do not only that, but that. Screw attacks one-shot central units. This is the only one you get the opportunity to do that to. Still very cool, though. I didn't intend to do this Emmy in this video. But, like, why not? There was no obvious save room. Might as well do it. I want to make some good progress in this video. I feel like progress has slowed down the last video or so. I like to build up a speed boost here, but there's not any real reason to. You shoot that, it lowers, and then we're just waiting for it to drain. Can we break that? With power bombs we could. Why? That's really weird. Cross bombs? I don't know if they activate the ball launchers. with this, I mean, what I like to do is sort of wait, not quite that long. I've waited a little longer than I mean to. But I want him to get around the left side and not use that there to get around faster. Because what I want to do is stand right here and shoot him from here. I think this is about the best way to do this. If there's a better way, then I don't know what it is. But this works pretty perfectly. You got plenty of time to damage his thing, as long as you have decent aim. And then, eventually, yeah. Now we can do the final shot. Very good. Only one enemy left. I don't exactly know why I'm being quiet for that. It's the only difference is color. Wave beam acquired. Yes, finally. I love the wave beam. It's crazy you get it so late in both Fusion and this game. Fires an energy wave that can pass through solid objects and terrain. Press Y to fire. Can also destroy wave beam covers, obviously. Oh, it's so good. So good. It is a bummer there's so little game left when you get this, but still very cool. One downside, it's not a gameplay thing. One little complaint I have is that, and it's not just me, I didn't even notice until the, what video? What video did I see that talked about it? I don't remember. Some specific YouTuber pointed out the wave beam doesn't wave. They're just straight shots. It might be D-Pad Gamer in his glitch video. It still looks cool, but it's a little weird that they don't come in and out like they have in every other game. Let's see, what all can we do now? Not like a ton. I'm gonna head into here. I'm just gonna go ahead and make progress through the normal way. This is a long video now. I love the visual effect of the wave beam covers and plasma beam covers going away. By the way, this is a little weird to me. You can aim into the wall and do this. You can do that before you have the wave beam, I believe. There's just no like particular reason to. By the way, if you want to get around faster, obviously we can break that with the wave beam now, but you can actually get it with a pseudo wave. Also, I love the charge effect on the wave beam, the way it swirls around, and the way it flattens against and swirls around just like the plasma beam. I don't actually know if the speed boost one's different, but it's still very cool. Oh, I love the speed booster. And now our arm cannon is purple, obviously. I'm saying obviously too much. I'm saying everything too much. Ah! But yeah, that'll be it for this video. See you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.